Hello, everybody. My name is Mike. I'm the founder and CEO here at Breedera, and today I'm going to talk you through the diets and feed records on the Breedera app. So to start with, we're going to look at Bella. Bella's a breeding dog that we've added to our dogs list, and I'm just going to tap on her profile card here, and then I'm going to go to the bottom and select records. Now in here, you can see that there is a diet record, but there's also a feeds record. So I'm just going to briefly explain the difference. So a diet record, this is a routine of what you're currently feeding this particular dog. So since the 15th of July in this example, the current diet of Bella is 600 grams daily of kibble. And then you can also see the previous diets in the list here. Now, what happens with this particular record is when you add a new record, that supersedes the previous one and becomes the current diet. That way, you can always see at a glance what the current diet of the dog is, but you cannot equally always look back and see the previous records of that dog. Now, if we compare that to the feed section, what you'll see in feeds is that these are individual events rather than a routine. This is an event. For example, a particular feed that you gave at a particular time on a particular day. So you can see this example we've added here. This particular dog had a rawhide, one portion on the 18th of July at 11:55. So this gives you a really clear indication of the previous individual feeds of this dog. Now, you can use either just the feeds or just the diets, or you can use a combination of both. Now, to add these records, I'll just go back to the main dogs list, and at any point in the app, you've got this little plus button in the bottom right here. So what you can do is tap on that. And let's say we wanted to add a new diet for Bella. So we can hit the diet button. We can then select Bella from this list, and then we can hit continue. And then what this does is opens up a add new diet field, and you can then say, select the date. So let's say that Bella's just started a new diet today, and let's say it's let's pop this in. It's kibble 800 grams daily. And then what we can do is save that. And what this will do is then save that diet record against Bella's records. And we can then quickly look back at this and see exactly where that has been saved. So let's go to Bella, back into her records and look at her diets. And as you can see, she's got a new current diet, which is the 18th of July, just started today, 1800 grams daily. And if you wanted to edit that, you just tap the edit button. You can easily go in and you can edit or adapt those notes as you wish. Now, going back to feeds, you can do a similar thing with feeds. But for feeds, for this example, I'm just going to show you the puppy list. So if I go to the list of litters and I look at an example litter, for example, example litter 1 here, and let's say I wanted to add a feeding event because both of these dogs had a bottle feed today. So I could then go to the plus button. I can tap that. I can then go to feeds in this example. I can select both my puppies, puppy 1 and puppy 2, hit continue, and then you can see on the feeds records, I can add the date, I can select the time of day, and then I can select the feed type. So let's say this is a bottle feed. So I'm going to type that in there. So bottle feed. And I'll ignore the brand for the moment, but that's an optional thing. You can then select the different types of units that you want. So I'm going to say milliliters, and I'm going to say that in this example, puppy 1 had 50 mils and puppy 2 had a little bit more. They had 65 mils. Now, if I save that, that record has then been saved against both of those puppies. Now, if I go back into those puppies individually and look at their records and then go to the feed section, you can see that we've had a 50 mil bottle feed on the day, which is today's date, the 18th of July, which we can then look back at, and you can see all of the details there. And then equally, if I go to puppy 2 and look at the same time of day, we can then see that this will be the 65 mil one, which is there. So that's a quick overview of how to use the diets and how to use the feeds functions of the Breedera app. If you have any other questions, please do get in touch at support@breedera.com. We'll be happy to help. And of course, feel free to watch the rest of this series. You'll get so much more information about the app, any other tips and tricks and how to use it. It's all here in this video series. So I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks again and see you soon.